Greetings! How are you doing today? Yesterday, I shared with you that for us to be able to manifest the visions that we would love, for us to be able to have a quantum leap, is to have a very good clarity on what it is that we would really love deep in our heart, what it is that we would really, really love, not what somebody else says we should do or we should want, but what is it that we really, really, really love and have a really good clarity in the picture of it, the feeling of it. And it's a perfect time for that, for us to start doing that, with this being the year 2020, like clear 2020 visions to allow us to have, and this is also leap year. So when we have good, clear 2020 vision, um, uh, um, good clarity on our visions, we'll be able to leap in this leap year into our quantum leap, allowing quantum leap to happen, allowing our result to change very significantly beyond what we could even imagine in the way we would really, really love. And I also share with you, I'm going to share with you a secret, because a lot of people still don't know this, and a lot of people forget about this even if they learned it before, that of one thing that can stand in the way of us manifesting what it is that we would love and being able to allow quantum leap to happen in our life. And that one thing is for us to really identify and let go the hidden benefit of things not happening. So we need to identify and see if there is, and almost always, if we have been saying, oh, we would love for this to happen, we would love to have the love of our life, we would love to be healthier, we would love to lose weight, on and on and on and on, and we keep doing things, and we're trying this and we're trying that, and things just still not to be working, and so forth. Almost always there is a hidden benefit of us not manifesting, not achieving whatever it is that we said we would love. And when we have this hidden benefit, that we, and a lot of time it's in our subconscious mind and we're not aware about it, what happens is we're going to start self-sabotaging. When we start moving forward, we're going to start self-sabotaging something, or something in us just kind of holding us back from being able to step into it. And I have a very interesting experience with this in a couple different fields, actually. I'm just going to share it with you so that you can see it, how it kind of interesting work in a very sneaky way, this hidden benefit. And sometimes it is way out from beyond what we could even imagine. So I was working with a client, and she came to me after an injury, and she had an injury a couple years back, actually, and for the last couple years she's been having this ankle pain, and the poor thing has been having ankle pain. It started with seemingly a very mild injury. She slipped, a coworker spilled something, she slipped and she twisted her ankle, and she started having ankle pain. And from seemingly a minor sprain, she just keep having ankle pain, and she does all sort of different things, physical therapy and chiropractor, and on and on and on, and it's just got a little better, but it could recur again. She actually come to me for grief, because she was starting to have grief about this ankle pain, and it's interfering with the relationship with her new husband. She just got married not too long before this injury happened. And so we worked through the grief, and and she was feeling better about the grief and with this whole thing, but she still had this ankle pain. And finally, I started saying, well, so let's just see, what would you be, what benefit if you don't have ankle pain, if you are perfectly healthy, if your legs, your whole body feel perfectly beautiful, and you are as strong as you would love to be. And she was like, oh, what this benefit and this benefit, and I can do this, I can do this. And I know that her new husband, is he's an avid hiker. He loved going hiking, and she used to hike as well. She used to hike with him, and they were avid hiker. And I said, well, what about hiking? Wouldn't you love to be able to go hiking again with your husband? And I know you used to go hiking. I know about her background. And she said, well, that's the only benefit of having ankle pain. I said, what? It's like, well, then I don't have to go hiking. I said, excuse me, well, what? And so basically, she used to go hiking so she could stay fit and she could meet people. But it was something that she does because she thinks it's good for her to do. But deep in her heart, she never really cares so much about hiking. Now, of course, she met her husband on a hiking trail. And the husband, after they got married, the husband would love for her to go hiking for long distance hike. Every week, and she didn't want to say no to him. She didn't want to disappoint him. And at the same time, when she has ankle pain, apparently she cannot go hiking. And it was such a sneaky thing. And she felt really bad about the whole thing. But there is nothing to feel bad about. She was doing what she knows best, how to meet people, and staying healthy at the same time, which was going hiking. But it was not her passion. She was doing that wisely to meet people, but it was not really deep her passions. And so I helped guide her, such that I said, well, what about if you can heal your ankle pain, be completely healthy and comfortable your whole body, as well as is there a frequency and a distance of hike and walk that you love? She said, well, yeah, I mean, once a month, and for a moderate hike, it's something's good, but not like for a long hike every week. I said, well, what about if you share this with your husband and see, and is there something else that you guys love doing together? Perhaps doing something else, gardening, or go horseback riding, or something. And then they say, and she said, well, yeah, we both love going to the beach and taking long walk on the beach. That's something she loved to do. So she do love a physical activity. And said, I was like, what about if you negotiate? Perhaps once a month you go hiking with your husband, and once a month he goes going and walk on the beach with you for a nice, long, refreshing walk. They live close to the beach. And so she worked that out, and her husband agree with her and everything, and they start having a visions together. Or she goes hiking with him once a month, and he goes going for walk on the beach once a month, or more if they would love to. And before a long time, she didn't do much of anything. She didn't do a new physical therapies or anything. That doesn't change much of anything at all. Her ankle pain start to go away and never come back. And so by just identifying what's the hidden benefit that she was having, and she was unconscious about for having ankle pain. And this is something that happened in multiple different things. For us who in the work field, for some of us, if we are very successful at work, we might have to travel more, or we might have more responsibility. And so the hidden benefit would be, if we are not as successful and our career not blooming and everything, then we don't have to be having even more responsibility, or paying more tax, or traveling more, and so on and so forth. With the relationship, I actually had this experience myself quite a few years ago, and thankfully I recognized this. At some point when we were talking about relationship, I was like, well, yeah, but I love my lifestyle now. I love my freedom, and I love the house and I'm at, and I love everything about my life now. And what about if I were to meet somebody and now I have to travel, then, I have to travel less, and I have to change this and I have to change that. And thank goodness to my mentor, and she's amazing, Mary Morrissey. And she said, what about if you can have both? What about if you have if your sweetheart is fully in alignment with you, and also you actually have more freedom and more joy and more life, instead of feeling like you're being held down or have to compromise what it is that you're bringing good to the world. And so I started having a vision, just like with the client that I have a visions where everything work out in the way that is even more life-giving than I could originally with my hidden belief. Then I I could originally imagine. And I started saying, okay, then it would be a relationship that actually even more freeing for both of us and much more life-giving, where we both understand each other and we both support each other. And I am in a relationship where it is very life-giving, it's very freeing. We both travel quite a bit actually, so we understand each other, and we understand if somebody has to suddenly change a plan and go somewhere else. My sweetheart does that. He suddenly has to change a plane and has to go to Moscow for a week in winter. I feel bad for him. Not only I understand, I'm like, oh my goodness, you got to go to Moscow in winter, really? I'm sorry for you. I'm sending lots of love with you. And the same thing with him. If something has to change and something happens, he understands and nobody get upset. And so it's something, everything is possible, but we want to recognize this hidden benefit that we have. And whether it is we don't have to go hiking with our new husband, or whether it is we don't have to worry about more responsibility or paying more tax, which used to be one of my hidden belief as well as perhaps it is something that our freedom in a relationship. A lot of women enjoy their freedom. A lot of women love where they live. And what about if it is something that all work out in the way that we would really, really love it, instead of being held down? So one thing we really want to identify, as you can see from my example, there is a lot of things that we that can be very sneaky, and it can be so sneaky that unless we really look and ask ourselves, what is the potential hidden benefit of me not achieving whatever it is that I said I would love to manifest? A lot of time it is lurking. It's lurking way deep in our subconscious, so much so that we can run years after years after years. I was with the relationship thing. My client was for a couple years with her ankle, ran years after years after years, not knowing this hidden benefit that that we feel that it's a good thing that happening for us. Oh, this is protecting us from having to do this, protecting us from having to change. And so we want to identify this hidden benefit that we might have. And sometimes it's more than one thing. Sometimes it's more than one thing. And so we want to get quiet, and perhaps for the next couple of weekends, it just takes half an hour a weekend. You don't have to put a lot of work into it. Or even just the other thing that works very well is before you go to sleep. I find this very well, work very, very well. It doesn't even take any time out of our full schedule. A lot of us have very full schedule. Before you go to sleep, just ask the question. Just ask the questions. And I do this. This is a practice that I do at work very well, and I can imagine it work well for you as well. Just before you go to sleep, just ask the questions. If there is something you would love to manifest and it's not happening, is there a hidden benefit? And as you go into sleep, you go to sleep, you go out from your mind, your brain, your conscious mind and conscious brain, get into the subconscious. Sometimes the answers just come, and you think about it come up to you the next day in the morning. And so it's the most efficient way to tap into our subconscious, and not taking even a minute of our time, because we're going to sleep anyway, which is what I love about it. It's like I have full schedule. I don't want to be sitting down and get my mind, actually my conscious mind, in the way. In that way, it's really allow my subconscious to rise up, and it doesn't take a minute of my work time, my daily time, my productive time. So it's kind of wonderful. So just ask yourself, if there is something that you would love to manifest in your life, a quantum leap that you would love to welcome in your life that is not happening, what is some potential hidden benefit of it not happening? Feel welcome to share what it is that you would love to magnetize, to manifest in your life, to in the comment below. If you would love to have some support on identifying your possible hidden benefit of not manifesting what it is that you'd love, feel welcome to ask the questions friends, or feel welcome to also reach me directly if you don't feel like sharing with everybody. And then feel welcome to share this video with anyone that you would love, or share your feedback in the comment below. And this is Birgit with From Grieving to Joyful Living. I love you very, very much. I thank you very, very much for watching. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, wonderful, wonderful rest of your week, and a wonderful, wonderful 2020, having clear visions, 2020 clarity on your vision. And it's a leap year, and that allowing you to be able to enter into a quantum leap and have a results way better than you could even imagine. And I thank you very much for watching. This is Birgit, and I look forward to see you again very, very soon.